Hi guys, welcome back to a long overdue Star Wars figure review. I haven't done one of these on the channel for quite some time, but I've come back here now with one of them, and I'm ready to just get sunk in and take a look at one of these. Now, this is a figure that got released just recently, as at the time of filming this review. It'd been previewed recently as well by throught, who recently made a comeback on YouTube as well, and I saw his review of it, and I thought I had to get one of these for myself, and that is this here, the Destroyer Droid. Droideka, which you can see, as Steve, like throught was not wrong when he reviewed this. This is a massive bit of packaging. Like, compare that to the standard Black Series size, you've just got the big size. It's sort of like, it's similar to the initial deluxe figures that we used to have. Sort of like in 2019 when we first got the Emperor and his throne, or the General Grievous one there. But this is just, for the Black Series style packaging, this is just ginormous. And by the looks of things already, just looking at it, you think it's going to be worth the payment point that you that you pay for this. And you've got a giant mural artwork piece for it on there, and on the back there. Now, of course, this is Black Series packaging that will be changing soon, as previewed at NCM Comic Con once again by throught. We've got the new set of packaging, which has some which has Momau Nadan from the Cantina in. And there's characters from the recently released series, The Acolyte, because at the time of filming this is the day after The Acolyte had premiered its first 2 episodes. I've watched it so far. I think it's I'm really getting into it. So I've got to hope the rest of the series holds up just as much. But yeah, I think we'll give a quick look down at this packaging as it is now. As you can see, it is Phantom Menace brand. So it's all helped celebrate 25 years since the release of that film, which I did go to see in the cinema back on May the 4th, way back, over a month ago now. But I thought, let's give a full rundown of this, look at this figure and the packaging first. I thought, let's show it off like this instead of showing the packaging before the review, during the review. A full look rundown of it. It just looks absolutely amazing, just for the size of what it is. And I think let's break into this, and let's have a look at it outside the packaging. So I've just opened up the Droideka figure now and had a little bit of a play around with it just to sort of get it into the idea. So I've got it now here in what would be a ball form for the droid. It's definitely a very delicate figure, definitely worth just keeping an eye out on how you're going to display it. This is, of course, as I said, ball form when it's rolling down the hallway, or you can say, like say, the Phantom Menace when they roll up and they roll and approach Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. They draw their lightsabers and it starts shooting at them, and they start shooting at them. Or say Phantom Menace where they come around in the hangar. Now ball form, it's probably about as close as I'm getting with that look right there. You got the head down there which bends forward to sort of make it go into ball form. You sort of bend everything forwards and put it all in place there, and sort of position the guns where they are. This is actually the third Droideka figure which I own in the collection. The other ones I have are, as a Clone Wars one, where it couldn't really get into ball form, but it could get ready to ball form. And it had a play feature where you could press the button and then the arms would spring out. That was one version that I have. That's up on my Clone Wars 375 shelf back there. And on my regular 375 shelf over at the opposite end where my Phantom Menace stuff is, I do have an older version of the Droideka from 1999, which I think fares much better as a Droideka to play with compared to the one in the Clone Wars. But for Black Series scale, I think it does a good job at getting the ball pose. It's probably not the best of poses I've got it in right now, but that's just the best I'm getting it, because it was quite a bit of a hectic move to try and do, but I sort of managed to get one close enough to what I feel is the best I can to have it ready to roll and be in action. But yeah, I thought I'd show it first off in ball form, because I'm not going to be displaying it like this. It's going to be displayed as a Droideka in full battle stance, ready to shoot. I have to choose at the moment where I'm going to place it, but rest assured, once I have a place for it, it'll be on the shelf, proudly displayed, along with my many other Star Wars and non-Star Wars collectibles that I do have in the collection there. But just looking at the aesthetic of it right there, Hasbro have just done a fantastic job at sculpting the thing, giving it a look down, everything you need with it. And the scale of this thing, it is absolutely massive. Like, all the articulation is where you'd think it would be. You get little hinges all around there, all across the arms, on the sides there, on the head. It's a bit of a loose head joint because it's sort of attached to the head there, so it does feel very loose to wobble around. So it'd be better just to pose it in one place and just sort of leave it there. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm definitely going to do when I have it in place. So yeah, I just thought I'd give it a full look in ball form first before because as you can see right there, I was knocking it around with my finger, and it was just very much nudging around. But yeah, I thought I'd have a look at it first in ball form, show it off like that, and then put it back into its battle pose form. So obviously you push the head back in there. There's a nice little slot there for the main part of the body to go. then you can just push it back, and then obviously the arms back into a pose with the arms there, ready to shoot. Get it out like that, and of course have the legs out in place like they are in the films and the Clone Wars, and finally these here, and there you go. You got a full-on Droideka droid ready for action. You can have, as I said, any sort of display you could get going on with this. It's good. It's just as well that they've just recently announced, because obviously there's a 3-pack announced which would have Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan and Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace in. So if you don't want to have them dueling, you could take the Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan from that and have 2 of these and have their hallway scene where they're shooting at them. Or if you're like me and you already have the Qui-Gon and Maul and you just want the Obi-Wan, that has of course been released in the archive line. The only really notable one in that line, but I'm not going to have I'll probably have a bit of a rant about that when that figure comes out. Yeah, I digress from that because this is just fantastic. Like, from what I got it now in display battle form, it just looks so much better as a destroyer droid. It's ready to shoot. Like, all the little details that Hasbro have put down on this, and it's the sheer size they have done in placing this in a Black Series scale, and like everything, like they've done well. It's like, it feels more like, it doesn't feel like it's a toy. It feels more like it's a model to have on display. So it will be a more display purpose thing. But when you compare it to other action figures, I'll just grab one off the shelf here. So I've got the this version of Han from the Solo movie. Just by size comparison there alone, you can tell just how big that Droideka is in size. Like, they're both balanced on my hand, as you can see there. And I'll probably just post a picture now with it on the table with comparison, just so you can see the size comparison that has with a standard 6-inch Black Series figure in place with a Droideka droid. And yeah, they've gone to town on this. Like, all the points, as I said, hinges on these little shieldy bits here. The hinges on the legs, as we said there, all these different parts. All the different parts are on there, on the hands, on the arms. You can have them up like that as well. Have a little Droideka rave going on there. Just everything, they've done well with that. And as I said, the only flaw I'd really give is the headpiece being a bit wobbly at the front there. But yeah, I very much like this figure. I think I made the worthwhile buying this. I think the only other major improvement this could have given was perhaps giving it like a little shield prop piece as well, because of course we all know the Droidekas have their shields, and that definitely was. It's that one part of the Droideka we just don't get that would have made it absolute perfection, would have been the shield. But even though it doesn't include one, I still think it's worth your money to get. Because I know there was a shield version in the 30th anniversary line that had a shield, and from what I heard, you could get 2 and put like one either side if you wanted to. But then I think that would just hide the figure if you did that. Articulation wise, I'll just have to point it all out sort of things. There's hinges in the head here, both these parts, and I'd say be careful with this bit if you do have this figure, because I popped that when I was playing around to get ready to film this part of the review. I actually popped the head off multiple times, spent ages trying to get it back into place there and there. As I swiveled at the head there at the faceplate. There's more hinges around these parts of the droid. There's hinges on the backs, or what I'd say is probably the spine, so that you can roll it and position it into place. So there's a slight bit of hinge in there, not much with it. Ball hinging in the shoulders, and there's a further extension there. Like, I'm just discovering more of that. It's like air. It's like the air things that you have there to move the arm around. So you got the hinge there that moves that around like that. It's pretty cool. And yeah, so then you further get the ankles and the legs and the ankles, all the hinging there, just to give you a fantastic droid. Like, Hasbro have done that. You've done yourselves proud with this. I genuinely think this is a fantastic figure. And yeah, if you're a prequel guy trying to build a Trade Federation army, the Droideka is definitely want us to add to that. I don't think I'll be buying another one. I think I'll stick with just the one. But yeah, that's a good start in the line for this collection of the Black Series in a deluxe line. It's worth the money. I'll leave a link to Star Action Figures where this can be purchased, because I definitely highly recommend having it if you're a bit of a prequel collector at that point. So yeah, that's really all I have with the Droideka review on there. But do drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment. I will drop my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram down there. I don't really use the X, so to say, or the Facebook pages really anymore. I tend to stick to Instagram, and it is more to my train account. If you still follow my channel, I have uploaded a few photos, videos recently of just some random train footage, because I'm sort of doing a bit of that on the side. Because of course, as you've known, I've been attending the audio extravaganza in Wales. I know it's kind of an irrelevant thing to talk about at this point, but that's what I'll be doing again this year. I'll be in attendance once again with usual Bullock Luke. We know as Luke Carruthers, my good friend Luke, usual Luke, as I said, and also our good friend Robin, the Mechanical Shed, who we also know up here. Unfortunately, our third mate Jack will not be joining us this year at the extravaganza, but the three of us will still go down there and have a good time and meet many of the fans. So if you're looking forward to see me do that, keep your eyes peeled on the channel, because I hope to bring up a review of that. Video of that, but I do hope to bring plenty more the figure reviews like every now and again. I'm sort of just doing this as an every now and again kind of thing, but I'm trying to do some more train reviews. I'm trying to look into some other stuff as well, but I think I'm just going to use the same channel and just see where it goes from there. But yeah, thanks for watching this Droideka review, and I'll hope to see you very soon in the very next review, which I'll do. Just get a good pause for that to finish with.